Hello everyone, my name is Holly and during this lesson we will be talking about showrooming. What is showrooming? Well, showrooming is when you buy something online, but before you actually make the purchase, you go to the local shopping mall or the department store or the local computer store and check out the product face to face, and then you go and buy it online because it is cheaper. So that is what we will be talking about today. So we'll start out with just kind of brainstorming different products that we buy online. We will read an article together. We will discuss that article, and then we will do some speaking practice on how shopkeepers could stop showrooming. And then we will have some discussion questions. And then if there's time, we will also talk about shopping in general. So that is what we will be doing today. I look forward to working with each and every one of you who come to class, as it's always fun to learn from you about the way things are done in your culture and country. All right. Again, my name is Holly, and I am from Idaho, and it's a pleasure to work with you all. Hello, Carlos. How are you today? Hello, Carlos.
Oh, but one moment.
Okay.
Sorry, my computer doesn't working bad.
Yeah. Your computer isn't working?
My life. Um,
Okay.
mhm.
All right. Hello, Jeremy. How are you? Jefferson, how are you today?
Hi, teacher. I'm fine. Thank you.
Excellent. Excellent. Tice, how are you today?
Hi, teacher. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking.
Good. Remind me, you are from
I'm from Brazil.
Colombia, right?
No, I'm from Brazil, but I live in New York.
That's right. You're from Brazil. Oh, that's right. We were talking about Brazilian barbecue yesterday. Sorry about that. So, hello, Alejandro. Welcome
Hello,
again.
thank you.
Nice to see you again. All right. And
Nice
Carlos,
to
nice
see
to
you.
see you as well. So, all right. And if you'd like to get off camera, it's up in the top. There's an icon that just looks like a camera. You just push that. So, hello, Fee. Is that your name?
Yes. Hi, everyone.
Hi. Hello. Carlos, I'm going to mute you. I'm going to make you quiet because you keep hearing some noise from your computer. Okay. Fee, where are you from?
I'm from Vietnam.
Vietnam. All right. Nice to meet you. I'm Holly, and I am from Idaho. So, and then we have so far Alejandro here from Argentina, Caco from Brazil, Jeremy Jefferson also from Brazil, and Tice from Brazil. So it's nice to meet you, Fee. What time is it right now in Vietnam? Fee, what time is it in Vietnam?
8 a.m.
8 a.m. Okay, all right. And for me, it's 7 p.m. here in Idaho. And for you guys in Brazil, is it 10 p.m.?
Yes, teacher.
10 p.m. Okay. And then Alejandro, is it also 10 p.m. in
Yes, it's 10 p.m. too.
10
Yes.
p.m. Okay, awesome. All right. So the topic we're going to do today is on showrooming. Okay. So before we actually start talking about showrooming, does anybody know what showrooming is? What is showrooming? Any guess?
Um,
So why don't we start with Alejandro? What is your guess?
for me, are websites that you can buy things, for example.
Okay, so websites you can buy things from. Okay.
E-commerce.
Okay. All right. And Akako, what is your guess? What is showrooming?
For me, it is a presentation of the products
Okay,
to be sold, to
presentation of
be
products.
sold.
Products to be
Uh,
sold. Okay.
it can be presentially in a space of a store
Mm-hmm.
or online.
Okay. All right. Almost right. You're closer. You're close. Fee, do you know what showrooming is? What is your guess? What is showrooming?
I think it where is they present few product like car showroom.
Okay, say that again.
I think where they present few product like
Okay.
car showroom.
Uh-huh. Sell products like cars. Okay. Okay. All right. And Jefferson, what do you think showrooming is? What is your guess?
My guess is when you visit places that has tanks to be sold in vitrines, I think it's like going to shopping. Uh, I think is it. I don't know.
So visiting places like shopping.
Yes, it's like to see what has to be sealed. Uh, see that they things in vitrines like in shopping is exactly the
Okay. All right. All right. Thank you. All right. And Tice, um, what would you say showrooming is?
I don't know, for me, showrooming, it's like kind of a place where the companies or stores, whatever, put their products to show to other people. I don't know
Okay.
about showroom, it's that, but I'm not so sure about showrooming. So let's
Okay. And put their products to show. Yeah, you're right. A showroom is exactly that. It's a place where companies put their products to sell or to show.
see
Um,
the
yeah.
customers. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Bruno, do you have any? Welcome, Bruno. First of all, where are you from?
Hi, teacher. I'm from
Hi,
Brazil. I'm
Brazil.
good.
Awesome.
And yourself?
Very good. Thank you. Thank you. So, do you have any idea what showrooming is?
So I typed it here on the Google, and it says that it's a practice of visiting a stores in order to examine a product before buying it online.
Mhm. Yeah, exactly. You cheated, but that was good. Okay, so he got it right because he went to Google. So so it's a place. It's basically when we go to a showroom or a retail store um, to see the product and then buy it online. So, so that's basically what showrooming is. Very good, Bruno. So, Thais, she's trying to.
Hi, teacher.
I have no idea, Thais. No idea about that.
Oh, okay, yes, because
Yeah,
of she's trying to.
yeah. Might be a Visa or MasterCard. That's what I know of as an international
Yeah,
credit card. So
this is, I don't know, because I'm here in New York, so it doesn't matter, but I don't know, so I'm asking him if,
yeah, I don't know. You need to email support when it comes to stuff like that. I don't know about it,
okay.
unfortunately. So, all right. So that is what showrooming is. So, question for you guys: do you ever buy products online? Kako, do you ever buy products online? And if so, what was the last thing that you bought online?
Teacher, I am not um, an online buyer. I am
Mm-hmm.
not an online buyer.
Okay,
The
you
only
say,
the only the only thing that I buy online are verbal classes.
okay, yeah. So I was gonna say you're at least you shop on one thing. So verbling lessons. So
Yeah,
yeah,
verbal lessons. Yeah.
yeah, verbling, or we can actually say also language lessons because you take Spanish too, don't you? Sometimes language.
I am learning Spanish on verbling as
Yeah.
well.
Okay. That's what you mentioned it sometime. And I remembered that you said that. All right. So language lessons or verbling lessons. Uh, Fee, what do you buy online?
I bought a MacBook online.
A MacBook.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, MacBook. Okay, and I've done that too. Actually bought a computer online. It was an HP computer. Okay, and Bruno, what have you bought online? If you haven't, um,
No, I usually buy services like live stream music,
uh-huh,
or I usually buy books too.
music,
Yeah,
streaming music,
yeah.
and books. Okay, music and books. Okay, all right. And Jefferson, what do you buy online, if anything?
Uh, I could say a list of that.
Everything here.
uh, well, I buy computer programs, music.
Uh-huh.
Um, Today I was searching for violin. I try to start to learn violin. Let me see. Magazines I buy too.
Uh-huh.
Courses.
So
Uh,
you're learning the violin?
I'm trying to begin. I'm not learning yet.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Uh,
Courses.
Courses, games. It's
Uh-huh.
like a computer program too, but
Uh-huh.
uh, books,
Mm-hmm.
equipments.
Yeah, so equipment is actually spelled without an
Equip.
S. Equipment. Oops, why do I keep putting that T? No S there. Okay. So
Ah,
we would say it is a piece of equipment. So it is a yeah, accountable, non-countable noun. So you can't count it, or you can't. Right?
okay. Okay.
I always get confused on that. So
So
yeah,
I
no
cannot
S.
say equipment. I know
No, you'd
it's
say a
wrong.
piece of equipment, or there's a lot of equipment there, or
Mm,
I need some equipment, but you would never
okay.
say I need some equipment. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. You're welcome.
Thank.
Um, did I just say you're welcome? Sorry, I'm like, ugh. It feels like a Monday today. It's Sunday. So, Tice, how about you? what do you buy online besides verbling lessons?
So I buy like airplane tickets online.
Uh-huh.
I buy clothes and books because here in the United States this is so common. So I'm always on Amazon and
Mm-hmm.
buying lots of things. So I usually buy everything online.
Do you really? Okay.
Yeah.
I've started doing that a lot too. Of course, I was doing it when I was living in Finland as well. So, Alejandro, what do you buy online?
Uh, uh, um, some kind of things because it's more cheaper to buy online and retire in the shop
Mm-hmm.
than buy in the shop directly.
Mm-hmm.
And you have an important discount here
Mm-hmm.
buying online, but only and in national stores.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, for example, I can buy things in other countries.
Okay. Yeah. So it's cheaper and it's domestic, but it has to be domestic. Cheaper and domestic. It's funny, when I was living in Finland, I couldn't find jeans that I liked. They were all kind of a different style of jeans I didn't like. And so I found some online, and it was an American company. And their rule was that they did not, for international customers, they did not charge sales tax. Um, and they said that you would pay this sales tax when it went through customs. And then the rule in Finland was that if you spend less than 40 euro, you do not pay any customs. So I would buy a pair of jeans for $20 and a couple of shirts maybe, so I'd spend about $30 and then pay shipping handling, which I think was $10, and it would be tax free and no customs. It was perfect. so so it was much cheaper. So anyway, all right, and I also buy clothing online as well, just because I'm lazy about that. And all right, so let's go ahead and read the text and fill in the blanks with a word from the list below the text. For those of you who have been in my class before, you know that I will write all of these words in capital letters, so you can just look over. So we have service, closure, wages, and pull. Okay, and also on the verbling chat as well. Um, okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Kais, could you read the first paragraph?
Yes, it's a growing problem, says Robert, the manager of a small electronics store. People come to check out our products in my shop, but then walk out and buy the same item online more cheaply.
Yeah, so they buy the same item instead of item.
Same item.
Okay, all right, thank you. And Jefferson, could you read the next paragraph?
Okay. Robert's experience is shared by many high street shop owners. This growing phenomenon has been dubbed showrooming, with customers using high street shops to see a product before searching the internet for the same product at a lower price. Showing home has been blamed for the closure of many specialist stores.
Yeah, closure of many specialist stores. Okay, so let's go over. There's a couple trend. There's a trend I'm seeing in your reading. It's pronunciation. No worries, Alejandro. But with all these past tense eds, you would not say shared, Jefferson. You would say Robert's experiences shared. Okay,
Sure.
has
It's like
been
a
dubbed. So the e is silent. So
okay.
shared, dubbed. Now, with all the past tense eds, so blamed,
Blame.
blamed, dubbed, shared. There are words where you say the e, but those words have a t or a d before the ed. Okay, plus
Okay.
ed. Then the sound is ed. For example, I can never think of any.
Worthy.
Wanted, work,
Wanted.
wanted. For example, so that word would be because it has a T. Wanted. So you see the ed right here. You got
Hmm.
the T, and so it's ed. So that's when you would say the ed. Other than that, all of the words, all of the words do not have the e is silent on all the rest of the sounds. Okay.
Okay.
So that's a really easy one to do. Okay, another word that to go over is this word. Instead of woners, we say owners. So this W is silent.
Owners.
Owners, very good. Yeah, owners. Very
Okay,
good.
owners.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And that's a trend that I think a couple other people in this class also has heard me say several times about the ED. So, all right, Fee, can you read this next paragraph?
Please.
So you'll find the words on the Google on the chat, in the Verbling chat. You'll see it in capital letters with my
Yes.
name.
A recent voice in USA found around 40% of example. Did you correct? Did I correct?
Excuse me? We can hear you.
Did I correct?
No, that was not correct. No, it's actually a recent poll, which is like a poll means a survey. Survey. Yeah. So a recent poll in the USA. But you can go ahead and read this, and we'll go over your pronunciation. Okay?
Yes. A recent survey in USA found that around 40% of example I definitely want to
Okay.
able.
Wait. One moment. Okay. So 40% of, then you missed this line. Shoppers. 40% of shoppers.
Sorry.
Yeah. No worries. So start with shoppers right here. Okay.
Yeah. A recent survey in USA found that around 40% of shoppers admit to showrooming, particularly typical example. I definitely want to able see and touch something before I buy it. He explained. So if I'm at the new washing machine or even a computer, I will have a look in store before buying it online.
Okay, a very good effort. Now, one thing about one of the things I've noticed that you're doing, Fee, is it's also a trend for you. There are certain sounds that you're just skipping. You're not saying it. Okay. For example, you said instead of USA, you said USA. USA. So So you're not saying the S, you're skipping the S. So USA. Okay, USA. And the same, that was the same for several other words, like admit instead of admit. Okay, so admit. So you need to make sure that you're pronouncing all of the sounds. Okay, so instead of something, so all of the sounds that you need to pronounce explains. So right after. So sometimes when it's a second sound and there's more than 2 syllables, you're skipping the second syllable. Okay, but I think that as you practice and get more confident, it will be no problem. Okay.
Okay,
All right. So let's go on. Kako, could you read the next paragraph?
So, what steps can smaller shops take to try to dissuade consumers from treating them just as a showroom? Retail associations say that customer service is the most important factor. Having knowledgeable staff who can give advice will often encourage customers to purchase from a store, even if the price is a little more.
Okay. And what you did is you made up a word. The word is correct, but it's not here. Okay. So we have consumers instead of customers. Consumers.
Okay.
Now the thing is about that is it totally makes sense. If you would have, if the writer of this article would have put customers, it would have been completely the same meaning. So, okay. Other than that, I think your pronunciation was very good. All right, and Alejandro.
Yeah. Robert is understandably worried about the effect of showrooming. I can't compete on price. I have to pay rent for the shop and wage to my staff. Internet retailers have none of that. For the younger generation, shopping online is likely to be the norm, and small independent retailers could soon become a thing of the past.
Okay, all right, thank you. And the only thing I would say on this one is wages. Wages. Yeah. So it's kind of still dropping the S sometimes, but not all. You're not doing it as much. And you nailed the past tense ed that was here. Where was it? Worried. You nailed that. You did very well on that. So very good. And then also this word right here, retailers. Instead of tailors, tailors. Retailers. Yeah. Okay. Now in English, I just said an idiom. Question for you guys. You guys know this? I just said to Alejandro, "You nailed it." What does that mean? I said you nailed the word with the past tense ed. So you nailed it. Anybody know what I meant by that?
No.
Any guess? You got it perfect.
It's like I scratch.
Actually, if you nailed it, you got it perfect. So if you hear somebody say, "Oh, he nailed it," it means he did exactly what he's supposed to do. It was excellent. So when he's been, I've been telling him all day about the past tense ed, and he got it right. So I'm like, "Yeah, you nailed it." So that's what it means. All right. Are there any words or phrases in this reading that you guys do not know? Any words or phrases?
I have a question about the word wage. It's like the same thing as salary, Because I'm
Okay.
looking for the meaning in the dictionary and it says the amount of money you earn, usually for each hour that you work. So it's like the same thing?
Fairly much. Usually a salary is usually when you say a salary, it's based on your annual income. Okay.
Mhm.
And so, but the wage is based on your hourly income. Okay. Most people, for example, if you're working for a non-management position, and it's maybe a part-time or entry level, they'll say, "Oh, you're like the minimum wage. Minimum wage in Idaho is $7.50 an hour." Okay, 7.50, and that means an hourly employee, um, and you get for example things like overtime. Okay, now a lot of times with people who if you're so that's hourly, or you're hourly or you get an hourly wage, so an hourly employee. Um, People who get a salary, if you say a person is a salaried employee, they are usually the managers, and they do not get paid extra for overtime.
I
They
s-
still do overtime, but they're salaried, so they're paid a certain amount of money, regardless of whether they work or not.
because sometimes I babysit here, so how can I say this in a sentence like, oh, my I charge like $15. No, how can I say like my hourly wage is $15?
Oh,
Some
in that respect, because you're self-employed in that respect. Okay, so a wage is usually what, like, say for example, if you worked for McDonald's or for a phone sitter store or something like that. But in your situation, if you're a nanny and you make $15, you're basically, you'd say, my rate
my
is
rate
$15 an hour.
an hour.
Okay, so that's what you would say on that. Now, that's because you're self-employed. But somebody might say, "How much do you make an hour?" or "How much do you charge an hour?" And you would say $15 an hour.
Yeah, I
But
always hear how much do you make? It's like
mhm,
the verb make, but I
uh-huh,
understand. I understood.
yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Yeah, it can get even more detailed. So, any other words or questions about it? It's funny because sometimes I ask people the difference between wages and salary because I know it's a important thing for people to know. Um, all right, everybody's okay. So let's go ahead and answer some questions. Okay, so what problem is Robert experiencing? Alejandro.
Hmm. I don't remember exactly, but I think they afraid about uh, his his job because of the online sales.
Hmm. Yeah, and it's not really his job, but it's his company. So, which is kind of his job, yeah. So he's worried because people are. Um, I'll write down. He is experiencing showrooming. People are coming into his shop to look at products. However, they then purchase the products online. So he is worried about he's worried about his job. He's worried about other things. Okay.
Okay.
Um, all right. Number two, Kako. Why do people look at things in shops but then buy online?
They look the products
Mm-hmm.
in shops to to watch, to experience the quality of, to feel the quality of the product. But they prefer to buy online
Mhm.
because it's cheaper.
Mhm. Yes, it is. Yeah. So they look at the products because they want to touch it and feel it, but they purchase it online because it is cheaper. Yeah, absolutely correct. And um, Jefferson, I keep wanting to call you Jeremy, but Jeremy's from Haiti and you're from Brazil. So sorry about that. Jefferson,
No
what can
problem.
shops do to reduce the problem of showrooming,
Um,
according to the article?
okay. Um, According with the article, um, I think improve the custom services
Yep.
uh, to is most important factor.
Uh-huh. Yep. They can improve customer service and have knowledgeable staff. Yeah. So, in your opinion, Jefferson, are there any other things that shops can do to kind of reduce the problem of showrooming?
I think the customer service really is the best choice. Uh, I think I remember that the last class one of the last class I speak is wrong. But I think the way as the employees of the customer services care the customers
Mm-hmm.
would be more important because you have the feedback from the sellers. I think is the way is the more important thing when
Mm-hmm.
you are shopping.
Mm-hmm. So it's more important when you are shopping,
Yes,
instead of
the shopping,
shopping. Shopping.
shopping.
What
Okay,
you're saying is chopping. You're saying
Chop,
chopping and it's shopping. Is it?
shopping.
No, you're saying what you're saying is um, chopping. Okay, so shopping. But the ch and sh it's a tiny little sound difference. Uh,
Shopping,
yeah, there you
show,
said it right. You said it right there.
shopping.
Very
Okay,
good. Okay.
okay.
But those are very. It's like wow, that's a very small difference for people who don't know have both sounds in their language. um, yeah. All right.
Okay.
Thank you. And Tice, why is it difficult for Robert to compete with internet retailers?
It's difficult to him to compete about prices because he has to pay like rents and the wages for the stuff and everything. So that's
Hmm.
the main problem for him.
Yeah, because the internet just does not have the same costs.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Okay. And anyone, what consequence of showrooming is mentioned in the text? Can anybody remember the consequence of showrooming?
The cost is more cheap in showrooming than conventional shop.
I
Yeah, it's
think
more cheaper on the internet, that's for sure.
yes.
But what is happening to small independent retailers?
I think the closure of the shops.
Yeah, the closure of the shops, exactly. So small independent retailers could close. Is pretty much the consequence of showrooming. So, question for you. Okay, um, truth time. So, Alejandro, have you ever gone showrooming?
if I buy things in the showroom.
Yeah,
I don't.
no. What showrooming is? You look at for say for example, you look at a computer online and you decide you want it, but you want to see it, so you go to the local computer store and you look at that computer and then you go home and buy it.
Yeah.
Have you done that?
Uh, yeah, yeah, sure. Yes, with the tablet, for
Oh,
example,
uh,
I
okay.
bought the past week,
Oh, really? Okay. What kind of tablet did you buy?
and in Asus tablet.
Uh-huh. Are you able to take verbling classes on it?
Uh,
Have you
no,
tried?
no, no, no. The screen is very small,
Oh,
but
it's too
it's not.
small.
Yeah, it's not for me. It's for my father.
Ah, okay. All right. Yeah. So does he like technology?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, I know my mom, she has a Kindle, and then she told my brother that her husband wanted a Kindle, so he got her a Kindle, and now she's using both Kindles. So her husband doesn't use it. So, Kako, how about you? Have you ever gone showrooming?
Yes, teacher, but not with the intention of buying online,
Mm-hmm.
only with the intention of comparing the products of different uh, high street shops in order to
Uh-huh.
buy the cheaper, to
Uh-huh.
buy the relatively the same product by a cheaper price,
Mm-hmm.
for a cheaper price,
Mm-hmm.
for the
And you,
cheapest price, for the
uh-huh.
cheap price.
Cheapest price. And you found that the cheapest price was online?
Surely,
Mm-hmm.
but I prefer to shop on high street shops because
Mm-hmm.
I can take home immediately after the purchase.
After deciding, yeah. I think
Yeah.
that's the thing about buying online I don't like is having to wait. So, Jefferson, have you ever gone showrooming?
Yes, unfortunately. Usually, I I prefer to buy in the shopping
Mm-hmm.
because I can take immediately as Kako has spoken.
Said, uh-huh.
But I sometimes the difference is in the price is greater.
Mm.
Um, it happened when I was to buy my Xbox One,
Mm-hmm.
and the store um, they recommended to me to buy in the online shopping because the
Oh,
difference was greater.
uh-huh. So they actually recommended that you buy the shop and go shopping online.
Yes, yes, because it's the same company, but it
Uh-huh.
has the online store, and
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
I paid the Xbox One in
Mm-hmm.
the physical store, but I it was the system to pay there and receive in like to concrete.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I think my explanation is a little confused, but it was made by on the internet.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, and that's interesting because that's exactly what I was thinking when we were reading the article. Is that well, what these high street short stores need to do is open up a website and start offering some of their products online as well. so
Yeah, exactly.
so
I agree with you.
yeah, and maybe have it somewhere else, have it direct from the warehouser or something like that. So they don't even have to bring it into to their retail store. But I'm sure there are companies that do that. So, Tice, how about you? Have you ever gone showrooming?
Yeah, I did that 2 weeks ago. I went to Sephora to check a brush for the face, like to clean up acne and everything. So
Mm-hmm.
there to check it, and then I purchased online.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did
And
that.
for me, I'm more like Kako. I don't actually intend to showroom. I just do a lot of when I go looking at stores. I look around and then I check online, and it's always cheaper and it's easier for me to buy online. So I go ahead and buy online.
Yeah,
so
I think that's the point because online is much cheaper. So I don't know if maybe if the stores try to compete with the prices online, like
hmm
selling the things with the same price. But I know it's impossible because of the taxes and rents and everything. But
hmm
that's the main problem. Internet
yeah.
is always cheaper. So
Yeah, and well, when you have the internet, what you do, you're not only competing with, you're competing with so many other organizations,
yeah,
not just in the your local area. Right now I'm in the looking for a fairly inexpensive but nice, and I have a specific thing that I want, a sofa and some recliners. And I found some a sofa attaching recliners for $715, and I don't think I'll ever find that face to face. So
or the
at a retail store. So, all right. So let's go on. And did somebody just drop in and then leave real quick? So Jeremy did. Okay. All right. Okay, so a recent study on the problem of showrooming came up with 6 ideas to help shops compete with the internet retailers. What, in your opinion, what are the pros and cons of these ideas? So for the number 1, impose a new sales tax on internet shopping. So what are the pros and cons for that one? Let's start with Tice. Can you think of a pro and a con?
let's see. The pro, it's like I think this way can be good for the retailers because people can start to think about like it's almost the same price, so they can sell more, like in person, physical stores and everything. And the con, it's like I don't know, the taxes are already so high, so I don't know, like
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I know, like for me, I have a tendency to um, shop like site to store. I'll shop on the line and I'll have it send it to the store because it isn't the sales tax that's really high, it's the delivery charge.
yes, I was thinking about that. Like, I just thought about that. Sometimes it's so annoying. Like, you buy something and the fee to, how do you say? I forgot, teacher.
to
The delivery
deliver
fee.
to
Yeah,
deliver.
the delivery fee is so high. So sometimes I think, oh, it's better if I go to the mall or something and get these in person because it's
Yeah,
almost the same price.
exactly. And so when you consider the delivery charge or the delivery fee, sometimes the shopping at retailers are cheaper,
Yes,
So
yes, exactly.
yeah. All right. So Jared, I'm doing it again, and I just saw his name. That doesn't help. Jeff Jefferson, and I think it's the only reason I think is because you guys both started coming to my class around the same time, and then you both have the G in your name, but it's a j sound instead of a g sound.
No
right?
problem, no problem,
So
teacher.
that's why I'm like, oh. So Jefferson, what about? Can you think of some pros and cons, or just one pro and one con for number two? Encourage more high street shopping with free parking.
um, okay. I think the pro is that it would help the people
Huh?
that would like to go there. It would become more easy to go shopping,
Mhm.
and the cons. Um let me see. I think it's not a big change in the situation of the shopping
Mhm.
because the facilities of to buy online is bigger. I
Mhm.
think.
Yeah. Plus, like for example, I know that some shopping malls, like there's one in downtown Portland in Portland, Oregon, where they have a parking garage and they charge for it. But if you spend a certain amount with a retailer, they give you a parking. Uh, they basically your parking is free, so you get a ticket and you can pay for your parking with that ticket. So. Um,
Yes, I think nowadays,
mhm.
at least here in São Paulo, uh, it's becoming less frequent. Like
Mhm.
it's more difficult to find a place that has free parking
Mhm.
uh, because the amount of cars is very very great, and
Mhm.
it's difficult to take free places when you
Mhm.
don't charge for the place, like you don't have a tax for this. Okay.
Mhm. Mhm. All right. Thank you. All right. And Kako, can you look at the next one? Number three. Charge a refundable fee for browsing in shops. What do you think? What are some pros and cons for that?
A refundable fee.
Yeah.
It
So.
would be a bonus for buying in in high street shops, teacher.
Well, kind of, but it would be, for example, say for example you decide to go to go high street shop or even to your local Walmart, right? You walk in the door and they charge you $5 to walk into the store, or they charge
Okay,
you $1 just to browse, just to look.
okay. Here in Brazil, it is practiced
Really?
on the street,
Uh-huh.
maybe sometimes on the streets, and mostly on online when you can you can receive um, a bonus to use in purchase.
Mm-hmm.
You can use them buying online or buying uh, in some high street shops.
Mm-hmm.
But I think its effect is limited.
Mm-hmm.
It sometimes is a good it's a good idea, but not always. It doesn't work always. I
Mm-hmm.
think it doesn't work always.
Mm-hmm. So it doesn't always work.
It doesn't always work.
Yeah. Okay. So that would be the the con. So the pro would be it could be a bonus for buying at the shop. You know. So all right, thank you. And Alejandro, number 4, could you think of some pros and cons for if the shops were to stay open longer hours, including weekends?
Uh, no, it depends on the art area, or if on the city or in the town. Um, for example, here at night it's very dangerous. The stealings are
Mhm.
frequently in the shops,
Mhm.
and in the weekend to depend on the hours.
Mhm. Okay, so it would be a security issue.
Yes, but if you open 24 hours, you increase the probability of selling.
Mhm. Increase. Okay. All right. Sorry about that noise. So, all right. Thank you very much, Alejandro.
All right.
And so I always call my mom when sometimes will call me, and so I'll answer the phone and I'll just set the phone down, and she understands that I'm teaching. So I'm so sorry about that. All right, so let's look at this discussion. So Tice, do many people in your family purchase goods online?
No, I think it's just me. My mom and my dad, they prefer go to the store in person and buy their stuffs in person.
Hmm. Okay, so they prefer in person. Okay.
In
Um,
person.
all right,
Can I?
and uh, Jefferson, what are the disadvantages of shopping online?
I think that you don't see what you are buying,
Mm-hmm.
and you can be buying something that is wrong to what you want to buy, or it's with problem and you don't know until you get the equipment or the wherever you are buying.
Uh-huh.
Is the and sometimes that you don't have the feedback for of the sailors, so you cannot ask him for some information about the product. Is it? Mm,
Mhm. Oh yeah, you definitely can't ask any questions. Sometimes you'll have the retailers will, yeah, a little chat box will pop up, but to me that is like an invasion of my privacy. So I'm like, I
yeah.
don't want to, But if I were really serious, I might chat with the person. So, all
Mm.
right, Kako, have many shops opened or closed near where you live
There are many shops opened. Uh,
that have
which
opened?
are on the in the shopping malls, but
Mm-hmm.
on the streets they are they are they are closing
Mm-hmm.
because the difficult for them is bigger.
Mm-hmm.
They have no parking. Um, Today is very difficult to park on the streets. Um, uh, a lot of areas are insecure because of the risk of uh, criminals, of crimes,
Mm-hmm.
um, and the renting is skyrocketed here.
Yeah, so the rent is skyrocketed, and so they just can't afford to stay open, um, because of all the different, security issues that they have and things like that, right? So, all right, Alejandro. All right. Um, how have shopping habits changed in the last 30 years?
I think more people buy online. Appear the shopping malls. Um, for example, when I was young, you have the small stores. Um, because of the inflation, the people buy things quickly.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah. Definitely, absolutely. All right, everyone, I want to thank you for your participation. I just realized it's time to go. So if you want to continue on with me, the next class will be finding a husband or a wife. So thank you, everyone. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Great
Bye.
evening. Bye.